Hello fellow academics and welcome back to Beeftorial. With the red light, it looks pretty horrendous around here, but I think overall we're doing okay. Our beavers are slowly building this part over here, and I think one of the main things that we really need to sort out is to get a bit of a better, more efficient system, basically, and that will allow us to have our beaver get over here much faster. So what I'm thinking right now, this zipline station back here is a bit pointless. So we're gonna remove that connection, place in a zipline station over here, and then a pylon in the middle. There should be a good location somewhere. There we go. Perfect. That connects both of these up. With that, our beavers will be able to get here a lot faster. If they finally, chop this down. Right. Besides that, we're in a bad tide. We can also pause the power wheels. We will be in need of more material, but also just more wood. I don't think there's much we can do about wood, but what I realized is I never unpause these. So let me actually unpause both of those lumberjacks, because all of these trees never get chopped down. And instead I'm gonna pause you, which I think will divide this area a little bit nicer and hopefully help us get the material over so much faster. I'm hoping. All right. In the meantime, we're high prioritizing both the zipline station and the pylon, just so we actually have a pathway over here. And I think we had high prioritized this, so I'm gonna actually mellow this out. You're almost done, so yeah. We're gonna build one, but I will free up the resources from in here. Alright, with the freed up resources, I'm hoping at least, we'll be able to build this a little bit faster. Actually already doing a pretty good job over there. One thing that we also need to sort out after this bad tide is how we're actually allowing for water to get in here. So I don't need to manually go through and always open up and close up this system, because that is honestly just messy. I've been thinking about this quite a bit, and yeah, not a big fan. At least not for now. What we're gonna do in the meantime though is I'm gonna put in a single or a double floodgate over here. Let's, you know what, put a double floodgate in front of this. It will allow us, for a while at least. Shall we actually do that? No, we don't. A single floodgate will suffice. It will allow us to decide if we want the flow out this way or this way. Because as we've seen in the last couple of episodes, the badwater that's stored in there, it's actually a good amount. So if we keep that in there, we will basically immediately pump it in here, and we don't have a way of manually redirecting it. Also gonna pause the bridges for now. I'd rather have them put the material into this side, of all things. And we're gonna remove that treated plank workshop that we don't need at the moment. Again, freeing up some resources. Not that we necessarily need these, but in the long run, I think it will be quite beneficial. The gears can actually go in here, so that's not too bad. In addition, there's a lot of stuff I've been thinking about, actually quite a lot. We have one scrap meddler over here, and he will run out of this space, so I'm thinking we're placing a second one in here that will also supply ourselves with a little bit more scrap metal moving forward. If I can place him. Oh, the carrots are in the way. So once they have picked that up, we can place that. So I think that will be quite nice. And we should try to increase our well-being. The easy way, so to speak, to do that is to start building a couple of rooftop terraces. Yeah, not this. I think I need a new mouse. Right, just like that. And we're bridging over here as well. There's one thing that we also need to do is deal with potential worker shortage. I think it will be quite nice to kind of sort this out, so we're not always short by however many beavers we are short. So let's go ahead and make sure we place a rooftop terrace in here. Now all of this just needs wood and planks, so we're gonna make sure we high prioritize all of that as well. This can be on the normal priority, maybe one higher than normal, but don't need to set it to the highest. And we're also working a little bit more on our well-being by putting down some trees, and maybe we should place it. No, here's fine. And lanterns. So the ones here on the back will definitely hit these, and I think we'll just put another set of lanterns and bushes over here. Now they are not expensive. So also gonna set these to the highest priority, because again, once the well-being goes up, our beavers will hopefully live a little bit longer. I forgot where we can actually check out what the benefit is. Look at them going over this way. Where are you going? Oh yeah, you guys are actually building all of this over here by taking a short zip line before you actually end up over this way. All right, nobody has picked this up. Actually, that's just pine resin, so I'm good with that. And we're placing another smelter just over here. Highest priority. I know that's a lot of highest priority, but overall, I think it will be very beneficial. Once the smelter is in, we will also end up with a lot more metal to work with, and we do need a ton of metal moving forward as well. The space is now available for our scrap meddler, so place it in highest priority. That shouldn't take too long to build. 6 baby beavers. I think I'm gonna wait until they're actually still building it. Cool. Alright, only 4 more days in the badwater. Overall, it is looking pretty good. And once the badwater is sorted out, we'll also work on a better system over here. I guess we can wait till the next drought before we do that. Just to get rid of some more of that badwater in here. They have put this in now. Awesome. I'm gonna raise this to the highest level for now. Now, you coming along? Actually putting in the metal blocks here first before they're putting it there. I think I want them to prioritize this. No need to have this without that. So, yeah. I should have placed it over here. I will do that in the long run. No particular rush at the moment. Alright. Beavers are busy. Oh, look at that. They've put in the triple lodge, which makes me think we do have still... We're a bit short actually on planks. So let's go ahead and also place down another lumber mill, just to create a little bit of overhead of planks. Do you have everything that you need otherwise? Just besides metal blocks, of course. And you need some more planks and some more scrap metal. Right. So this is in. I think I'm also gonna high prioritize this for now, and another rooftop terrace. Although we are at happiness 8, I want more of the beavers to be able to enjoy their pint at night on top of a roof. So yeah, I think that's good. All right. Now that was a lot in a really short period of time, but I hope everything that I just mentioned makes sense. Okay. So, what else? We need more wood supply in the long run. But for now, this is kind of the only area that is really qualified for making a good amount of wood. Also really the only area that stays green during droughts and bad tides. Once we've figured out this part here, the entire area around here will be green. And I'm thinking we're turning all of this into the forestry area and maybe turn this more into additional farms. Because right now we're not really making the types of food that I want us to make in the long run. Which means our beavers aren't like overall the happiest. We also need to still figure out how to do the spatter dog and cat tail. But again, future worries. Nothing to worry about right now. Alright, let's see. How is this coming along? Just one metal block in there so far. We are making some metal blocks. Oh, both smelters are in now. That should help. And with both our scrap meddlers, I think that will help a ton. We could consider putting in another scrap meddler just to speed things along, and I'm not against that, so let's go ahead and do this immediately. Alright, you got the stuff out. Place you here, you actually can reach everything. Nice. Highest priority. Wow, we're really short on beavers. Ooh. On the bright side, that is mostly builders. Well, not mostly, that's completely builders and haulers. So when they grow up, the next batch of beavers, which I'm hoping is soon, we're actually pretty balanced at that moment. So that is good. Alright. Not producing a ton of this. I guess it takes a while to produce these. Fuel remaining. Don't quite know why it needs power and fuel. Oh, I guess it makes sense. You need to heat up the scrap metal. Alright. So, regular tide has arrived. There's nothing flowing in this direction. So we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, you are open. So I'm one too far down. I'm gonna open you. We had closed you. So hopefully... Yeah. Whoa. Didn't expect this much bad water to come out. Still the majority, I think, is flowing out this way. Alright. Starting to mellow out as well, a little bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna lower you all the way. And raise you up all the way. In the hope... Well, not in the hope. We do need to just top this up. That is our biggest goal in this regular season, so we have enough water moving forward. And the water is coming out a little bit bluer. Let's actually go down here and make sure it's all flowing. You are flowing good. You're closed, yep. And again, in the long run, I really want to automate this. And I realized having them underground is not a good call. We should have just one level where we divvy it up, basically. And that's it. So we will actually be building the same up here. So I'm gonna... we don't need to set this up yet. not yet, not yet. Alright, much bluer, I do like that. Some of our beavers are swimming through this half-polluted water. But I think it's okay. Good. It is topping up. That is the most important part. Because without water, we're without logs, not to mention the food. So making sure this is filled up as much as possible as the next drought is incoming, I think that's actually quite important. Alright. In addition, why is this taking so long? No scrap metal. I expect it to be a little bit of scrap metal there now. We have 3 of the scrap meddlers. We're actually just lacking transportation. Alright, we do have more planks now, so I'm gonna pause you, ease up a little bit on the workload of our workforce. Need to keep an eye on here, because once this tops over, I think I want to redirect it over in this way. Although we could just wait until it's fully dried out. We're never gonna get it high enough in the remaining 2 days to start utilizing the large water pump over here again. But this is basically just throwing it out of the map. Oh, but it is actually getting rid of some of the bad water. Makes me think, is bad water actually floating on top of the regular water? Maybe. Alright. As it is topping over here, I'm just gonna open this. I'll leave this open as well, but should combat enough of the evaporation over here. So we keep this at the maximum available level. Also makes me think, maybe I'll put this to 0.9. Stopping to flow out here, good. Water level overall is rising. It's also good. But this can very quickly flood everything. Alright, maybe I go to 0.85. I guess I could always just close this up. Although this is just such a large body of water, it actually takes quite a bit, and now it's overflowing as well. Slowly, but looking okay, I want to say. Looks like it, but look at the horde of baby beavers. Did you guys see that? There. Wait. Why are you so... Ah. Are you... You're not... No. For a second I thought you'd be contaminated based on the color of your fur, but I think it was okay. Alright. Good, the pylon is in. Now we're waiting for the last metal blocks over here. Let's actually have a look what else we're prioritizing. And like on the lowest priority over here. Good, good, good. Regular priority. Nothing else really. Alright. And they are doing still a good job at getting all of this ready. Makes me think though, you're only lacking 1, that would be 9. Now, we're waiting until this is done. Alright, drought has come in. This is very much full to the brim. Good. That should keep us supplied for a 21-day drought. 21 days, not too bad. Not too bad. Right. That also makes me think though, now that the drought has come, we're gonna destroy you. Set you on the highest priority. And then place in the sluice once you guys have come and collected the wood. then... okay. We have now one hauler again. So that's good. And they have actually picked up all of this, so let's now place the sluice right here. Highest priority over there. And then the equivalent should be under here. So I am going to destroy this path. Not just the path. There we go. And then we're destroying, I can select it, there we go. Destroying that as well. Setting this to the highest priority. I guess I didn't need that to be the ultra highest priority. No, it's fine, it's fine. Right, and then once they have picked all of this up, I'm gonna put in the sluice down here. Now they're on the same height, and we're gonna say automatic, close below a contamination of 3%, and you close above a contamination of 4%. Now let's make sure it's cleaner water. So we're going down to 2% here, and you close above a contamination of 3%, which means we only let in water that is 3% polluted or less. If we go lower. Oh, this is the wrong button. I do this all the time. Let's go lower. Close below a contamination of 1%, and you close above a contamination of 2%. So bad water still flows out this way, while part of it will actually flow out this way as well. Is that the right way around? Close below a contamination of 1%. If it's below 1%, all the water basically flows out this way. If it's above 2%, all the contamination goes out this way. I think this is correct. All right. Let's actually make sure. Oh, no, we had this on highest priority. Do we have the one underneath on highest priority as well? Well, now we do. So that's good. Oh, and the zipline station over here is in. Awesome. I've also built this sluice. So once both of the sluices are in, that's just dependent on us getting more metal blocks. So I'm glad we built more metal block factories. We do need to be very aware of how much metal we're using, because we need to finish this before we're running out of metal. Otherwise we're a bit screwed. Right. I think we're also just gonna make sure you guys build this one down here. Actually, I didn't need to prioritize this. Because, although, if I prioritize you as well, let's actually see what is involved in prioritizing you. Oh yeah, good. That's not too bad. Then you guys can still build the sort of surrounding wooden blocks encasing, even if we don't finish this part right here. Okay, cool. Sluice over here is in as well, and we're building kind of the same hysteresis system as we did over there. We're gonna say close above a contamination of 2%, close below a contamination of 1%, and you can close below a contamination of 3%. So we have it a bit staggered. I guess we could also just set you to 2%. Alright, good. I'm hoping this way they get this over here done much faster. We're still doing okay in terms of wood supply. It is seemingly getting a little bit low. where we are waiting for the new trees to grow up, but not too bad. We're also doing a bit better in terms of our workforce supply. Not too bad. Not too bad. You guys are already building stuff down here, right? Because I prioritized you. Oh, look at that. It's already in. Does that mean they've built the stuff underneath? You guys have built the stuff underneath. I'm impressed. Detonate this and this. Because apparently they've also put in the dynamite already. Alright. So I'm glad they're still building this while they are still working on all of this over here. I guess... yeah, it will take them a little while to build it all up. I'm saying this, but they're doing a pretty good job at getting it done. And I'm glad we sorted this out. Now, for the next regular season, we still have, and I can't forget this, we still have this one here open. This one, you've always been open. No, it's you. Right, we have this one open, which means I'll leave this open for the next regular season, and then I'm gonna make sure that we top this up again, just to make sure we have the water that we need in order to survive. We're a little bit low overall in terms of water, but it is fluctuating just quite a bit. Now, if we've done the math before in the last episode, so you do 15 an hour. So that times 16, or be safer, let's say times 15, is 225 water. Now, if our beavers drink 2 to 3 waters a day, we need 150. So we should actually overall be doing all right. Now, we're also a bit short overall in terms of potatoes. So I'm gonna have them stop replanting some of these carrots, so we can replace them with potatoes as we're moving forward. I think that makes sense. Yeah, look at how many unplucked carrots there are. But we only have 8 grilled potatoes. Alright, what else can we do in order to improve our overall productivity? Well, we're still getting in more beavers, and I've also actually built this additional builder's hut. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4, 16 builders. So that I want to say is a good amount, because we also just have a ton of stuff to build. And I really wish, I think I said this in the last episode or the one before, that there was an upgrade so we could at least put a second tower into the zipline station. I'd love that, right? Even like an in-building upgrade, that would be awesome. I'd be happy to research it and unlock it, but yeah, just getting it done would be so much nicer. Alright. Overall, they're doing a pretty good job at getting this done, which I also appreciate. Again, we're at the moment limited of how many metal blocks we can make based on this. Look at that, we actually have 15 in store. And we don't need any metal blocks over here. We need some, but not a ton. So that's not too bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Also, I just realized if we do need to go over here and put a corner piece in there, we can always put an overhang over here and put one staircase in front, which I think will ultimately help get all of this ready. And overall, they're doing also a really good job at getting all of this done. Once the system, the hanging system basically is in, I think I'm gonna high prioritize the rest. So we get all of this up and running. We're a bit short on trees. But I think it'll be okay. It will be okay. Overall, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I'm so glad I topped this up to the max, because I think we really need it. So, yeah. Anyways, with that, I think I'm gonna call it an episode. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.